Hello everyone, this is Ola Kembi and I'm here today with Mr. Jame Barnes with Jame Barnes Mortgage Solutions. I have him here as the expert today to tell us a little bit about the loan process, and I know that's always been something that has been on clients' mind, and they're scared of, okay, where do I get this money from, what do I need, or what kind of loan, or what kind of loans basically do I need.
Right.
So I'm going to let him speak because he's the expert on this topic.
Yeah.
And here you go.
So right now is it's interesting because a lot of people are looking forward to rates coming back down, and people are waiting for that time. Now, one thing about the market is that we can't time this.
No.
I don't know when rates. People ask me all the time. I don't know. If I did, I would not be here right now. I'd be on an island somewhere rich because I can just tell everybody, right? But even these so-called experts who predict interest rates for a living, they get it wrong, right? They do.
Yeah.
So the expectation is that they are going to come down. But with that being said, if it's a buyer that is looking to maybe get into a home for the first time, which a lot of people are, will be for 2024, there'll be some first-time home buyers. First thing is just to really look at credit initially, right? I always tell people, do not wait until you're absolutely ready to move out wherever you are to start looking at your credit. Because it may be too late at that point, and you may not want to renew a lease. Maybe you really want to move, but I always tell, give yourself at least 3 to 4 months ahead of time.
Exactly.
If there's something that you need to do, or we need to work with someone to get their credit to a point where they can qualify, then we can do that, right? We've got some time. If that's your goal, is to get into a home. But again, do not wait until the month you're trying to get out of your lease to go apply. It's key. Like, give yourself some time. With the company that I work with, Mortgage Solutions, we actually don't really have any lender overlays. And just to keep it short, I mean, we literally do underwriting exactly the way VA says, which VA does not have a credit score requirement. This is really key because a lot of people think they do. If you're hearing from anybody that, oh, I need a 580 as a veteran, that is not coming from the VA. That is the lender that has that requirement, okay? So an FHA 500. So we actually underwrite exactly to VA and FHA standards. So keep that in mind. We're a little different in that aspect. But if you're a first-time buyer, credit, do it. Give yourself 3 to 4 months ahead of time. If there's something that you need to work on, we have time to help you do that. But that's the first thing, is just making sure that there's nothing on your credit that's going to prevent you. Or debt-to-income ratio is not like, maybe it's too high. Maybe we need to do something to get your debt-to-income ratios lower to have you qualify for a home, or qualify for the home that you're wanting to get. I should say that, because sometimes you might want a $300,000 home, but you can only qualify for $250,000.
Yeah.
Some people are like, I don't want it then if I can't get it to $300,000. Sometimes people will just settle, or I won't even call it settling. I think it's just adjusting a little, right? I'm a huge proponent of home ownership. So if you tell me you can get a house for $250,000 or rent, I'm going to tell you, get the house for $250,000, right? That's just my no, I'm slightly biased.
I don't think so. I think
but real talk, like, I just feel like you're paying a mortgage anyway. It's just not yours.
Yes.
Whether you're renting a house, you're renting an apartment, you're still paying a mortgage, right? You're just helping somebody else.
Yes.
You're helping somebody else pay their mortgage. So that's the thing with first-time buyers. So actually this is anybody, but definitely first-time buyers. Check credit, see where you're at, get some help with that. For people that might be a little bit more experienced, or veterans, let's talk about veterans real quick, because VA loans are awesome. By far, it is the best loan out there, but you have to be a veteran.
Yes.
Right? But veterans, I'm a veteran, so I work with a lot of veterans, helping them use the loan, and by far it's the best loan. But you have to be a veteran. So
that's the only downside.
That's the only thing. Go join the military, get your VA loan. But it's a great loan product. Very lenient, much like FHA it's very lenient on qualifying, right? But one of the things about VA, the best thing about it, other than there's no down payment, is that there's no mortgage insurance as well. So it allows people to qualify for a little bit more. FHA loans and conventional loans are really the other two, and then you got USDA. So for FHA loans, 3.5% down payment, that's their requirement, that's FHA's requirement, right? But it is a very lenient loan, which a lot of first-time home buyers especially end up doing it. Now, just because you're maybe not even a first-time buyer, maybe you've got 700-800 credit score, it does not mean you need to go conventional. I know people just automatically think, oh, I got 700 credit scores, but understand the debt to income ratios on FHA loans.
Yeah.
You can go up higher, meaning you can qualify for more on FHA than you can conventional. So FHA loans are a lot more lenient in credit scoring, and they're a lot more lenient with debt to income ratio. So you can go up higher than you can on a conventional loan. So, which is why you need a higher credit score when you're doing conventional. So ideally for conventional, I would say 680 or higher.
Okay.
Is it impossible to get something if you've got a 660? No. Is it impossible? No. Is it more challenging? It's way more challenging. Yeah. So if for some reason you just feel like you want to go with a conventional loan and you're not at a 680, we can look at it and see.
Okay.
But the lower your score is on a conventional loan, the more it's going to impact your debt to income ratios, and then the cost is just more expensive when you start to go under 680. So, but all great products. And then the last one, USDA. USDA is a great loan. The only challenge with it is you have to have a home that's in an area that's eligible for USDA, and not every area is. So much like the VA loan, USDA, there's no down payment, which is great. That's why people want to do it.
Yeah.
But the home itself, it has to be in a USA designated area. It's very simple to get that information. So that's kind of like a quick summary on the main four. Now there's some other non-QM and all that kind of stuff, but for most people, it's going to be one of those four options: VA, FHA, conventional, or USDA.
Great, and thank you for breaking that down. The last question I do have for you is just touch a little bit on if they do have, the clients, do have like a very low credit score. Is there credit repair, or is there somewhere you can guide them to start that process first as they work towards finding a new home or a resale home?
Absolutely. So we do have a partnership for credit restoration if that's something that's needed. A lot of times getting a credit score higher, it's simple, it's just not easy.
Yeah.
There's a difference. So simple meaning you have a maxed out credit card, right? You got a $1,000 credit card and you got a $995 balance. That's a simple fix. Just pay down the loan or pay down the balance, right? Simple. It may not be easy because you may not have that money just to automatically just go pay it down. So a lot of what I do as far as helping scores, honestly, it's not hard. Now there are those situations where there's a ton of collection accounts for some people, and that might require you to get someone to help with credit restoration, where it's letters and a lot of other stuff. But for a lot of people, the first thing I look at when I pull a credit report, I look at the balance, and I look at what's available. That's the first thing I do. And I can tell you right off the bat, as I scroll through, that needs to be paid down, because utilization on credit is huge. It's like 35% of your score. Yeah. So if you've got a balance again, or a credit limit of 1,000 or 2,000, and you're close to that amount, it's going to kill your credit score. Yeah. So that's something really simple. And then just being on time. Making on-time payments, that doesn't just immediately jump up your score. It's something that happens over time. Yeah. But a quick fix, always pay down. If you've got any type of revolving debt, pay it down to where it's less than 30%. I actually like to use the number 20, but if you're under 30%, that's going to help you maximize the credit score, and that's something that we can do pretty quickly. So those are probably the main things, but yeah, just making on-time payments is huge, because unfortunately, when you miss a payment, it will hurt you real quick.
Yes.
Getting it back up takes a while.
Exactly.
There's no quick fix. Exactly. It just isn't. So, but yeah, those are things that you can do to bump up a credit score if you needed to. But like I said, with VA, the credit score, it doesn't matter in the sense that it doesn't keep you from qualifying. At least with us. Again, most lenders have overlays. We don't. And then with FHA, conventional loans are very credit score driven. So you cannot have a low under in the 600, low 600s. This will not work on a conventional loan. So, but yeah. Anyway, that's a couple of things somebody can do if they need to increase their credit.
Thank you so much, James. You heard it all. If we would like to get a hold of you or get to reach out to you, please let us know how to do that. So easiest way is TexasMortgageBoss.com, TexasMortgageBoss.com. That's the easiest way. All my information is there. You can contact me, and on Instagram I am VAJ. But if you Google Texas Mortgage Boss James,
I'll come up everywhere because I've used that term for years at this point. But Texas Mortgage Boss James, that is the best way and easiest way to find me. So
thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
And it's been a pleasure having him on my side as an expert to talk about this, because like I said, we tell you all this, but the fact is I know my lane, and that is his lane.
Right.
So thank you all for viewing, and if you do have any questions, you can put it down in the comment below, and I'll reach out to him if I have to on your behalf. Thank you all for watching. Bye for now.